Okay, today's project is replacing the battery on the 2005 Audi A4 Cabriolet. Obviously, I hope, the first thing we need to do is open the hood. The battery resides under this cover. Take that off. The only way to get to it is you have to remove this plastic cowl. You can just pull this rubber gasket off, and this plastic will just slide out like that. A cabin filter on a car with no top on it seems like a ludicrous proposition, but it resides in here, and now's probably a good time to replace it. Here's a new OEM filter. It was about 20 bucks at the Audi dealership. It shows airflow direction. Obviously it's coming down and going into the car, so we're going to put it in this way. And replace the top. And that's all there is to this cabin filter. The very first thing you want to do whenever you're working on a battery is to remove the negative terminal first. This is a 10mm wrench. Take the negative off, not the positive. If you take the positive off without taking the negative off and your wrench accidentally hits anything metal in there, it'll weld it on there, cause a fire, cause a lot of problems. So remove your negative terminal, put it over here safely, then you can work on your positive terminal without the risk of it shorting out. I'm just going to use a little bit of wire to pull this terminal out away from the battery so that it doesn't get stuck on there. There's another connection on here. This is just a vent tube. Pull that out and pull that over to the side. As you can see, the hold down bolt is a 6mm hex, which is down there, and there's this cross member that goes across here, I think, to stiffen the chassis. That, for me, it's in the way. I can't get my socket on that, so I'm going to take this off. There's just a couple of bolts over here, a couple over there. That, again, is a 6 hex. Okay, after getting all those bolts out, I discovered that that bar will not come out, but what it does do is it allows me to push it back. So I'm going to push it back and stick something in there. I'm going to push it back and stick a shingle in there. Now, that ought to give me enough room to get my hex socket down in there. Let's give it a try. Alright, looks like there's a clear shot, and indeed, that fits in there no problem. Now, we can remove this little handle on that to pull that whole mechanism, that whole thing out. If I go past this, I don't know that it does. Yeah. All right. So here's what that looks like. It's a long bolt. All right. So this is a very heavy battery, and I think the best way to get it out is probably to just climb in here. Try not to hurt anything. Son of a... Oh! Okay. Now, let's get out of here. There. Oh, no problem. Now, just reverse your steps. There's about 9 years of crap at the bottom of this battery, I'm going to take a moment to just get my vacuum out and suck all those things out of there. I think a stronger person than I could just set that down. I'm not that stronger person. Oh, it's burning my knees. There we go. Stay there. All right, now we're going to feed this bolt back down in there. And listen, all you dorks who write in and say, well, you know, if you can afford a car like that, why don't you pay someone to get it fixed? Just save it. I'm not doing this to save money. I'm doing this because I don't like other people working on my car. I don't like feeling hopeless and helpless. So I do it because I enjoy it. All right? So just skip those comments. They're just stupid. All right, make sure to reconnect the vent. Just pushes in there. Hook your positive terminal up first, and then the last thing will be your negative terminal. You know, I went with the battery from the dealership, which was $168, but I checked at Sears, and their Die-Hard brand of the same battery is $162, so it really wasn't a big difference. I knew the dealership had it in stock. I knew they'll honor the warranty. And the last one that I had, I just replaced the original one that's been in here since, almost 8 years, 9 years. So that's pretty good. And if it cost me 10 or 20 bucks more than buying it someplace else, I think that's fine. So I'm going to just put the cowling back on here, and that will be it. Good luck. When you first started up, that traction control light is going to be on. Don't worry about it. It'll go out. It'll turn off after a couple of cycles.